One of the things, Royal Influence Intuition 8. It's me, Sheldon Smith, the host of my platform, Royal Intuition, Royal Influence Intuition 8. Throughout my journey, one of the things I've got a good understanding of is that after you go through, let's say, a specific pain, let's say you're going through something is specific, you've been broken, you've been shattered in some way. The first thing that does is affect your mind. Now, the mind is the most powerful energy that we have in this human body. And based on that, it's the things that we accept that causes us to go lower, or it hinders the emotions. And emotions is the number one killer, just so you'll know that. That's why you have to control your mind. Despite any book, Bible, deity, whatever it is, when you first got here, you were a human being. Based on the social conditioning, your heredity, how you were raised, and the different connection to other emotional human being we come in contact with. And because this is a journey, we're supposed to be learning. We're supposed to be either adapting and evolving, or we are descending. And descension is never a benefit. Let me just share that. Descending is not a benefit. No matter how much you connect it to darkness, going down is not a good thing. I mean, in a person can, well, that's your opinion. Okay, it's my opinion. I don't see anything good about going down. And I would share this, and I'm going to share this so we all know this. We are all connected to light and darkness. So a person say, oh man, you a devil, you a witch, you a warlock, whatever you want to call it. It don't make me no difference. I don't care. I'm here to enlighten, uplift, and build. I'm not here to, I don't want your money. If somebody gave me some money and it was of a significant amount, I'm probably going to give it back to them, because that's not why I'm on this planet. I'm not on this planet to get your money, to manipulate you. You got 1.5 million tarot readers, spiritual workers, light workers. Half of them don't even know who they are. They just doing something. And true, I have somebody say, you got distorted opinion. It's okay. It's my opinion. You know how many people out here expressing their systems, their beliefs, their whoever they think they are. So in life, when you're broken, you must get yourself back mended or get healed real quick, because there's no time to hesitate anymore. Where a person say, oh man, I'm gonna go somewhere and relax. There is no time right now for relaxation. It's not. And my mentor told me, she said, you gotta be consistent, God. You gotta be consistent. You can't just say, okay, today I'm gonna make a video, tomorrow I'm not. It's not my choice. This belongs to Creator. And one of the things I want to share is something else. This is just me sharing. I would not call myself chosen, for real. It's so interesting how so many people want to be part of the 144,000. I don't even really think most people even understand what that means. Christians teach that day comes after the rapture. Well, you got people over in Africa standing around thinking a rapture is going to happen tomorrow. I wish people would go back and look at what their preacher is telling them, what their pastors is telling them, and then do their own research and stop looking at it like it's some oh wow. I don't even want to use sacred book. I would say just stop looking at the Bible, because everybody accepts the Bible. Everybody. It's the law of the land, the Bible. I wish people would go back and research what they've read. What was here before the Bible? When those families put that book together, they knew exactly what it would do. And millions of people have died looking at that book, thinking that book gonna get them to some paradise. Do you not know you have to go all the way back before slavery to get a good understanding? And a lot of them people could not read. That's why you got black churches. That started with people that could not read. Them elders, they're proud of us because we have so much technology to help us understand. Remember the word? Under. That means lower. Understand. When you overstand, you understand that book is just a book. You overstand that. You got to start looking at yourself. If there was no Bible when you were born, what would you be doing? You'd probably be a millionaire. You'd probably be a billionaire, because you wouldn't be sitting in somebody's four walls letting some guy living better than you tell you something about something you can find out yourself. Do you know that God is within all of us? God is within. What are we looking for? There's no Jesus coming. Oh, he's going to crack the sky and we're all going to see him. Yeah, okay. Who is this person you looking for? Because if Jesus was down here now, he would not know half of y'all. For real. For real. Everything that Yeshua taught was dealing with self. Self. Build self. Build yourself. Make yourself. Elevate yourself. Get your kingdom. Become your own nation. We have been so mixed up and confused for so long. And then you got all these so-called people want to call themselves gods, but they don't have no nation. They got a whole lot of book knowledge. They got a whole lot of connection to fraternities and orders that think they control something. Check this out. Tell them to heal some people. Tell them to teach about healing that broken heart. Tell them to stop being so pedophiles. All those pedophiles in them fraternities. Bunch of pedophiles. They like children. Young girls. Why things gotta be so secret? Are you healing anybody? Are y'all building anybody? Are y'all advancing the kingdom of God? Are you teaching properly the principles of Yahshua, Joshua, whatever you want to call him? He wouldn't know half of us. That individual would not know half of us. And his name is not Jesus. That's what they told us. He spoke in Aramaic, right? And then they're not going to teach you. There were 300, well, in Christianity, they teach it was more than 300 silent years. There were silent years there. What did Yeshua do during that time? He studied in the mystery schools. Do you know that Jesus, he had to study in mystery schools? He was part of a fraternity. Who are the Essenes? The Essenes is not the Masons. The Essenes, E-S-S-E-N. In the Aramaic language or the Hebrew language, it would not be half these English words. Do you know families put that Bible together? They're little books put together. It was families put that. And where is some of these people's grave? Where's Matthew's grave? Where's John's grave? Where's Luke's grave? If these people existed, they died, right? They have to have a grave. See, I receive that the way it's been taught in the system of what we have is incorrect. And every human has been misguided. If each human was to get control of their mind, because the mind is the most powerful energy. The mind is what make you God. The mind, not you just saying, I'm a God because I read one of Malachi Z. York books. I'm a God because I did this. I'm a God because I did. A true God, let me share something. You got a nation. You're providing for your nation. You have people that lead your nation. Anybody doing that? Nah, nobody doing that. But it's so interesting how we can, something bad happened to an entertainer. Check it out. and I'm gonna speak freely here. All the black people just start talking about this entertainer. It becomes the conversation of the day. Some guy that done established his life, become the talk of individuals that aren't helping anybody heal. You're not building anybody. You're not uplifting anybody. But we can talk about stuff that don't have nothing to do with us. That's why I tell people, cut that TV off. Unless it's going to be a benefit to your elevation, ascension, stop doing it. Stop doing it. Get control of your mind and you won't snap in the market. You won't take a car and run over people. You'll stop at the stop sign and let people cross the street. You'll be a more considerate, loving human being. I'm in love. And I only can teach what I've been through in my 57 years. I can't teach anything that I am not aware of. I don't do magic. I don't do spells. I am not a warlock. I'm bigger than a warlock. I'm bigger than a god. I don't look at myself as some small being. I don't give myself a title. I give myself a title because you human beings need a title to look at someone. I would never want to be one of the 144,000. You know why? They have a tremendous trip. They have a tremendous task of taking all pain. The 144,000 have to take on the world's pains. All of them. You have to bear the weight like you're Yeshua. I'm telling you. And you saying you wanted 144,000. And you want all that pain. You want all them weights of the world on you. You're carrying that. If you call yourself chosen, you're carrying that. You're carrying a pain, a burden of the world in your soul. You sure you're chosen? You sure you want to be one of the 144,000? And it's thousands of these tarot readers thinking they one of them. And I watch these spiritual teachers and I just be like, wow, God, check this guy out. Check this guy out, God. I don't watch TV. I don't. I'll pop the news on because I watch all you human beings make these, what they call them, conversations. I could be buying my beer or buying my blunt paper to wrap my my cannabis, you know, and I hear the conversations of people. And sometimes I just, like when I do my running in the morning or my 5K walk, I'll just go because I want to see what's the energy of the day. And people talking about Diddy, and I just be like, wow, that man established his world, made one little mistake, and everybody just destroyed. And I'm gonna show you something different. There are some groups and some races, they uplift their community, they uplift their people, even when they get caught up in a circumstance, they uplift their culture. But in the black community, we're so fast to destroy one another. It's so interesting, man. And we don't overcome that. Churches aren't helping nobody overcome that. We destroy each other with our words. No other community does that. I'm telling you. And I'm not speaking for myself. I'm speaking what I see. What I see is black people, we destroy each other. That's sad, man. And we have to do better. And I don't care what people think. I speak what I see, and I say what I hear. We have to do better. The end of the world is not going to happen. What you're seeing is a tremendous shift in foundations. All the foundations have to be destroyed so new foundations can begin. We are in a new world, not the new world order. We're in a new world. Things cannot be the same. Nothing will be the same. The leaders won't be the same. Your money not going to be the same. Everything's going to change. So if you know that, you have to embrace that every day's going to be a little uncomfortable. Life's going to be a little uncomfortable for a minute. So if you know that, what do you do when things are uncomfortable? You try to find comfort. You try to get settled, get grounded. You try to find some form of stability that you can agree with. Then you stay there. You don't grab new things and start nothing new when change is happening. So if change is taking place and I see every foundation being destroyed, I'm supposed to do what's called stand still. I'm supposed to get silent and commune with my creator. Commune with my deity, God, Yahweh, Buddha, Allah, Krishna, whoever it is. That's what I'm should be doing right now, because I can't stop what the controllers are doing. You know how long they've been doing this? And you think you're gonna stop something? You better go talk to your creator. You better go find your God. You better go do something to get yourself together. We're in change. We're not in building new buildings. We're not in building a new whatever. As a human being, you are going through change. So you got to find your grounding. You got to find your footing. You got to find what works for you right now and stay there. Don't change. It's not a time to change. I always like to tell like if I had a bunch of students, I tell them always when you make a change, give it 90 days. Give it 90 days. Any change you make, give it 90 days. Why 90? Because 90 is a fundamental number. 90 represents almost like a new beginning of you as a human being. And when you're broken, the first thing you need to do is get control of your mind. For real, for real. If your mind's gonna show you yourself, and when you look at yourself, you're gonna say, okay, I gotta make some changes. See, that word change. I have to do something so I can be productive in this state that I'm in. I don't wanna go down. I wanna continue to go up, so I need to make sure that I have my footing. So my mind can make good decisions. So my mind, your mind is what you need to be looking at, studying, getting control of. Your mind. And then sometimes you have to get silent. It's a song called, what is it called? Silence. This is the song of silence. Something like that. Silence is powerful. Silence is important. That's when I see a person out of control, I just get silent and get away from them. Then you observe them so they don't hurt you. And you want to get as far away from them as you possibly can. Because when a person is out of control, they can get you in trouble. They can get you in a whole lot of trouble. That's why you don't want to do anything when you're broken. When you're broken, you got to get healed. You don't want to be talking to nobody. You don't want to be sharing what you're going through with anybody. That's between you and your creator. Because creator is the only one going to heal that brokenness. And it's thousands of terms that deal with brokenness. For real. And when you're broken, that means I got to get my heart clean again. Think about it. You got to get your heart clean again. You mean my heart was once clean? Yes, it was. When you first came in this world, you were completely innocent. Until them people that birthed you took you out that hospital, got you home to that whatever nest you're in. And in that nest, you was influenced by those other human beings within that nest. They shaped you. Then you stepped outside and got tainted by the influences of social conditioning. And the social conditioning causes you to behave towards others a certain way. But when you're broken, you got to get control of your mind first, then your heart. So I just stopped by for a few moments to just share a little elevation, a few principles of elevation that's going to assist you, uplift you, build you, help you walk more in love and not defeat, in victory and not defeat. Because Creator wants you to prosper above all things. And the only way you can prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospereth, you have to be elevated. You have to get to a point you don't look at people with negative eyes. Most of us, when we look at somebody, we think negative thoughts. Everybody. Children don't know no better. So they say and do things out of fun because they don't know no better. But you need to start teaching your children, be careful what they say about different individuals. Because some people live so righteous, so pure, that you'll get justice quickly for doing things to them because they are special to Creator. They're special to Creator. Why are they special? Because they're a peculiar people. They're not like you. They don't have a fingerprint like you, but they have something you don't have that you might need. And so when you talk about them, you destroy yourself. That's why that script, and they don't teach it correctly. Touch not my anointed, touch not my prophets, and do them no harm. You know what a prophet's reward is? Prosperity. That's why when you bless a voice, you get prosperity for blessing prophets. I don't want your money, but some of y'all go to churches that got prophets. They got prophets that shouldn't even be in that building. There are prophets there. And those prophets have a voice. And that voice don't come from them. That voice comes from a creator. That voice comes from a deity. And the deity don't always have to be God, even though the deity is a God. You got missionaries that are witches sitting in them buildings. I could take my mentor. She probably laugh now. I could take my mentor, and me and her, we could go into church and everybody we touch would pass out. You know why? Because we don't flow. We don't flow like you flow. We could walk in there and heal the whole building. You know, there are actually people out here that carry the gift of miracles. They walk in miracles. They're miracle workers. They're not part of the 144,000. They work their miracles right on spot, right on point. And everything they say and declare in their mouth, it comes to pass. Why? Because they are what Christians call anointed. Otherwise, they're sacred. They've been put in a special place to do a special thing, to advance humanity to higher levels of awareness in the new world, not the new world order. It's not the end of the world. Everybody, oh man, Jesus coming. Woo-wee. Woo. Jesus ain't coming the way that they teaching y'all. He's already here. Some of them things in that book y'all read in Revelation, some of that's already done took place already. That's why 20, 30, I might not be here 40 or 50 years from now, but the world will still be circling doing this cycle. And all these people have been teaching all this stuff about all this stuff coming out the sky, and these people gonna come out the ground, and all this stuff. It's beautiful, man. It's a wonderful time for them to talk about it now because it's Halloween. Oh, shoot. And what they don't know, Halloween has a history. Hallows Eve. Then they're gonna use, I love it. They're gonna use Eve, a lady that was in the beginning, and try to tie it in with Halloween. I love how people bend knowledge. They'll bend your history. They'll bend facts to achieve a purpose to make you do something. That's why they all called controllers. They're all controllers. The Bible was made by families. Some of the stories that y'all teach on Jesus was made up stuff. Yeshua would not be down here in somebody's building if he was here. He'd be in the higher echelons affecting humanity, affecting the environment so that the world can continue. He'd be doing things to advance this earthly kingdom, helping you to get your kingdom. The God thing is inside. It's not in a building, it's not in a pastor, it's not in a person, it's within you. Eventually, some of y'all will finally come to awareness that it's all about you. All the knowledge lead right back to you. Thank you for your time. I'm Sheldon Smith. You've been with Royal Influence Intuition 8. And I like to tell them like this. Don't hate. Help people be great. And if I tell you, I'm gifted. So if I tell you you can fry a rock in a skillet, you don't say, will it? You better go get that skillet. Peace, love. Peace and love. I'm already in light, so I'm not going to use that. Peace and love. Wonderful Sunday to you. Today is Sunday, October 5th, 2025. I've been with you for 31 minutes and 4 seconds.